Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on the location where you are or the time when you're watching this. Welcome to the ISIT 2024 Bits and Bot competition. I hope you're very excited to be here and participate in this competition. I'm sure you will enjoy it. This event is organized by the Student and Outreach Subcommittee of the Information Theory Society and the SECLAB team at Florida International University. So first things first, these are some of the important links that you need to consider for this competition. The first one is to enroll to the competition itself. So it's very easy. Once you access it, you will see a simple Google form that you need to fill it out, and that's it. You're in. The second one is to join the competition itself. The competition is hosted on Kaggle, so make sure you have an account in order to participate. You can also join the Slack channel to know your peers, talk about some ideas, or meet cool people. Why not? And if you are looking for a teammate for this event, you can click on this link over here. And if you prefer to be a lone wolf, that's totally fine as well. If you have any questions, you can send an email on this mail over here. It will be IC2024-competition at IEEE-ICIT.org. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to introduce myself and my colleagues. My name is Esteban Shafir. I'm one of the collaborators of these events, along with Luis Garcia, and we hope that we can clean your doubts or questions that you may have about this competition. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to ask the organizers, Farhad Shirani and Stefano Rini. You can reach them through the Slack channel or via email. So here's the agenda for today. We're going to talk about the goals of this competition. We're going to talk about the competition in brief, what's the competition about, and some of the details. Then we're going to talk about the evaluation, who's behind the evaluation, the evaluation committee, and the phases and deliverables of this event to know what do you need to submit to at the end of this competition. Now, what are we aiming for this competition? What are the goals here? Well, it's not just about winning trophies, although that's a sweet bonus, right? Our main goals are to get students pumped about exploring the connection between information theory and machine learning, and give them a chance to flex their theoretical muscles in real-world situations. And hey, why not to throw in a little bit of innovation and creativity while we are at it, right? I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride of learning here. Let's talk about the core things now. What's this competition about? What do we need to do? As a high overview, the goal is to implement a real-time bot detection and attribution from website activities. Let's say we have our own website and we want to know if a user visiting our site is a human or bot. And also, if it's a bot, what kind of bot is it? Interesting, right? So you as a participant will analyze interaction on a real-world website that includes mouse movements, scrolls, clicks, and other events. So we provide the data set, and the details of it will be on the data section in the Kaggle competition site. You will see some samples there, some explanations about the data set itself. It's going to be all there. So now, there are two main tasks here, the defensive task and the offensive. For the first one, the goal is to implement an algorithm or a model that detects bots. And for the offensive task, the goal is to create a bot to evade the detection mechanism, basically to evade the model created on the first task. And also, each task, the defensive and offensive, are divided over two scenarios. The defensive bots, I mean, this is related to the first task, will be operating on unimodal scenario. So it means that we only use the mouse movement events only. And also the multimodal scenario where the bots will be use all the events that are on the dataset. And for the offensive task, we are just only focusing on unimodal scenario, only just the mouse movements. Now, for the evaluation side, the evaluation is divided in two parts. The first one is the performance-based evaluation, which is the performance of the model itself. Basically, this is the 70% of the final score, in which 40% of them is of the defensive task, and 30% is the offensive task. And you can just focus, if you want, on one of the tasks. Of course, if you focus on all of them, you will get more points. But you just can focus on whatever task you want. If you prefer to focus on the defensive task or rather in the offensive task, it's up to you guys. It's totally fine. And the other evaluation is the committee evaluation, which is the rest of the 30% of the final score. This will be based on the code base that you provide and also the video report and slides that you may want to share to show your progress, to show your achievements. So this is a good idea to show yourself the work that you've been working on. So I just said, you just can submit the offensive bot. This will be the second task, or the defensive bot, or even both. You just can submit one of them or both of them. And for the defensive bots, each bot will have a flag. That means if it's like a parameter on the script, that if you put 0, it means that it's going to evaluate in unimodal scenario. And if the flag is set to 1, it will be based on the multimodal. Okay, so this is one of the interesting things on the competition as well. So after all teams have submitted their bots, their work, there will be 2 tournaments based on unimodal and multimodal. Basically, the tournament will be, we will use traffic data that it's not seen from the data set that we provide. And during each tournament, bots will be face off using round-robin schedule. So basically, we're going to compare the different bots that the teams submitted, and there's going to be certain points if the based on who wins, and if the evaluation is inconclusive, there's going to be 0 points. So now, phases and deliverables. So let's talk about some dates here. So from May the 1st, this is the date where the competition starts. The dataset is going to be released. There's going to be also baselines released, and prizes are going to be announced. And the evaluation committee is going to be announced as well. On July the 1st, all teams need to submit their code base and the videos and slides that we talk about. That's the material that the evaluation committee is going to evaluate for the this 30% of the final score. So make sure you provide a good report and good slides to make it more easy for them. And finally, we have July the 7th, where when the winners of the competition are going to be announced, and we're going to also release the videos that you provide, and also the prizes are going to be awarded by the sponsors. Just to let you know, our friends and sponsors are Huawei. So yeah, that's going to be also good pictures. So okay, guys, I hope this um, clean out some of your doubts. Just remember, if you have any questions, any comments, you can join the Slack channel. You can email the organizers as well. So I hope you enjoy this talk, and please attend our nice competition. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.
Hi, my name is Luis, and I will be covering the Q&A section for this competition. This Q&A section, I hope to preemptively answer a few questions that some of you might already be having. If we see that there's enough questions that are common, we might repeat this sort of video format. In this particular instance, we only have 3 questions that we can think of. The first couple of ones are related to submission criteria. For example, is model submission or training script submission expected? So we do not want to see pre-trained weights in this competition. We want to see the entire protocol of your training procedure. So your Jupyter Notebook file is expected to run sequentially from training all the way to evaluation and deliverables. So for example, on the right side, you see this average number of events graph. That's part of your deliverables. We expect to see that in a final part of your Jupyter Notebook file. If you do have dependencies as Python files, you can include them in your submission, but your final evaluation file should be named main.ipynb and it should be a Jupyter Notebook file. Now, for the second question, should you design your code around some sort of evaluating function? By this, I mean some sort of function that has a specific input and a specific output expected out of it for evaluation. No, we do not have those expectations. So as I said, we want to see how you train your model and how you evaluate your model. That's it. However, one thing will be requested of you, and that is that you have 3 models. Let's say model 1A, model 2, model 1A, model 1B, and model 2. Each one corresponding to a specific subtask or the task that you decide to focus on that we can take and then use to evaluate on our own data sets. Those are the only submission criteria that we expect out of you. Question number 3, what if I only want to focus on the offensive task? That's okay. And that also goes for any of the 3 subtasks. For example, so that also means that in the offensive task, we will also deliver or provide you with a defensive model. Because of course, if you want to create a generative offensive model, you have to test it against a defensive detection model. That will be provided to you. So you can rest assured that if you want to spend your resources on only one specific task that seems the most interesting to you, you can go ahead and do so. These are the 3 main questions that we can think of at the moment. If you have any more questions, please do submit them in the Slack channel that we have available. And yes, we hope that you enjoy this competition and good luck.